Okay, so our topic for today is all about vitamins. So as we all know, our vitamins are very important because some of our diseases are due to vitamin deficiency, and the use of dietary substances successfully treat these diseases. So for the origin of our vitamin came from the Latin word vita, which means life or vital, and also from the word amine, meaning to say that this substance has a nitrogen and it is basic in nature because of the INA in its name. According to World Health Organization, they recommend the term nutrient intake value, which encompasses all nutrient-based dietary standards, not just the vitamins. And the World Health Organization also recommends only two nutrient intake values. We have your average nutrient requirement or ANR and the upper nutrient level or UNL. Your ANR represents now the mean requirement in a healthy population required to achieve a specific outcome, while your UNL is defined as the highest level of habitual nutrient intake that is likely to pose no risk of adverse health effects in almost all individuals in the general population. When we talk about the word fortification, I think familiar na sa inyo itong word na fortification. Nakikita niyo siya sa mga pagkain. Say for example, sa mga junk foods, nakalagay doon fortified with vitamin A, C, and E. Also sa drinks, di ba? Meron yun nakalagay. Yung sangkap Pinoy seal. So fortification is the addition of vitamins above the levels found naturally in the food. Di ba? For example, sa Bear Brand na milk, nakalagay doon, fortified with vitamin A, C, and E plus zinc. That's fortification. So, meron silang ina-add na additional nutrients sa ating pagkain, which is very essential in order to prevent vitamin deficiency-related diseases. No? So, table 28.1 represents na the nomenclature of water-soluble vitamins. So, pag sinabing water-soluble vitamins, dalawa lang po yan. Your B vitamins and your C vitamins. Under B vitamins, you have your B1. You also have your B2, your B3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12. No? Then, sa second column, yan po yung kanilang other names or preferred names, and then the last column are the other names. Let's say, for example, for vitamin B9. Vitamin B9 is also known as your folic acid or your folate. Other name of our vitamin B9 is vitamin M or vitamin B-C or folacin. Next, we have another vitamin under water-soluble vitamins. We have your vitamin C. Familiar na kayo dyan. Your vitamin C is your ascorbic acid or your anti-scorbutic substance. Question: if these vitamins are considered as water-soluble vitamins, sila ba ay toxic in our body? Later on, malalaman natin kung sila ba ay toxic or hindi. So yung first classification, we have your water-soluble. Second classification, we have your fat-soluble vitamins. So vitamin A, D, E, and K. So since they are fat-soluble vitamins, they are easily absorbed when taken together with fat-containing foods. They are stored in the liver, and because they are not easily removed in our body, they are prone to toxicity. So first, we have your vitamin A. Vitamin A is the generic descriptor of all vitamin A. Then we have two types of vitamin A. We have vitamin A1 and vitamin A2. Your A1 is used to refer to retinol, and your A2 is your 3,4-dehydroretinol. Your vitamin A belongs to a class of compounds referred to as your retinoids, which consists of 4 isoprenyl units joined in a head-to-tail manner. There are two active forms of our vitamin A. We have your retinol and your retinoic acid. Your retinol takes part in visual cycle, while your retinoic acid takes part in cell differentiation. The main function of our vitamin A is for vision, for good eyesight. Since this vitamin is a fat-soluble vitamin, it is prone to toxicity kasi siya ay na-expose sa ating liver. This vitamin can also be used to treat vitamin A deficiency, night blindness, nyctalopia, and sterility. Toxicological effect of our vitamin A. Teratogenic po ang ating vitamin A. Intake of as little as 10,000 IU per day during pregnancy may increase the risk of birth defects, and the risk increases with increasing intake of vitamin A. So birth defects include now cardiovascular, craniofacial, neural tube, and urogenital and musculoskeletal abnormalities. Again, your vitamin A is prone to toxicity such as birth defects. Your vitamin A is the first discovered vitamin, hence it is the most toxic vitamin. This vitamin can cause now fetal defects or birth defects. The major side effect of vitamin A is known as your carotenodermia. So carotenodermia, meaning to say that this is a result of accumulation of vitamin A in the skin. While the B-carotene is the non-toxic and non-teratogenic class of vitamin A. So the po ang structure or structures of clinically used retinoic analogs. We have your adapalene, acetretin, alloretinoin, ectretin, besarotin, your tretinoin, and your tazarotene. I think you are very familiar with adapalene, your acetretinoin, your retinoic acid. So ginagamit yan to use now to treat acne. Pero kailangan sila ng prescription. Next vitamin, we have your vitamin D. So yung vitamin D natin, meron siyang D2, D3, D4, and D5. Your D2 is your ergocalciferol, D3 is your cholecalciferol, your D4 is dihydroergocalciferol, and your D5 is your dihydroxytosterol. The main function of our vitamin D is for calcium homeostasis. But your vitamin D is also known as your sunshine vitamin. This vitamin is used to treat now vitamin D deficiency, which may result now to rickets, osteomalacia, and osteoporosis. Yung rickets sa bata yan, osteomalacia sa matanda. Other toxicity treatment of our vitamin D is used to treat now hypophosphatemia or hypocalcemia. Hypervitaminosis of our vitamin D is may result to muscular weakness, anorexia, vomiting, and sinus depression. This can also cause irreversible kidney damage because of the deposition of calcium salts in the kidney. Next vitamin, we have your vitamin E. Your vitamin E comes from the word tokos, pero, and or. Tokos meaning childbirth, pero meaning to bear, all indicating now an alcohol. This is a structure ng ating vitamin E, meron siyang alcohol. That's why meron or. The figure 28.11 shows that the tocopherol, this one, are methyl substituted toco derivatives. Yan. Methyl. Yan. Toco derivatives. Your alpha tocopherol is 578. Yung 5. So, sa pag sinabing alpha tocopherol, yan. Yung ating methyl ay nasa carbon number 5, carbon number 7, and then carbon number 8. No? Sa beta tocopherol is 5,8 dimethyl tocol. So, meaning to say our methyl group can be found in carbon number 5 and carbon number 8 for our beta tocopherol. For the gamma tocopherol, this is also known as the 7,8 dimethyl tocol. So, meaning to say, yung methyl group ay nakikita sa carbon number 7 and carbon number 8 of our tocopherol. Then last, you have your delta tocopherol. It is also known as your 8-methyl tocol. So, yung ating methyl group ay nasa carbon number 8. So, these tocols possess now two important structural components, the chromal ring and the side chain. This is the chromal ring. This is your side chain. This is your chromal ring. This is your side chain. And they differ by methylation patterns of the chromal ring in the presence and absence of double bonds in the side chain. Again, just remember that your that your vitamin E is methylated. No? Kaya meron tayong alpha, beta, meron din tayong gamma, and yung delta tocopherol. No? Bitin ko, sa alpha tocopherol, yung kanyang methyl group ay nakikita sa 5,7,8. Kaya trimethyl siya. Yung ating beta tocopherol nakikita sa 5,8. Yung gamma, nakikita naman yung kanyang methyl group sa 7,8. Yung delta, nakikita yung kanyang methyl group sa carbon number 8 only. The esters of tocopherol are more active in the parent compound because of better bioavailability. The ethers of the tocopherol are inactive because, unlike esters that are readily hydrolyzed to the active antioxidant chromanol formed by esterases, ethers are relatively metabolically more stable and as such do not possess antioxidant property. So once na ma-oxidize ang ating tocopherols to their corresponding quinones, these tocopherols may lead to inactive compounds. And once there is a replacement of methyl groups on the chromanol, so pag itong methyl dito, ay napalitan ng ethyl, CH3, CH2, magdi-decrease yung activity ng ating vitamin E. Again, ito ang ating chromanol. Ito ang ating side chain. Pag yung methyl group dito, at dito, ay napalitan ng ethyl group, CH3, CH2, magdi-decrease ang activity ng ating vitamin E. Yung antioxidant property niya ay mababawasan. Okay, next. So some of the metabolites of our vitamin have your tocopherolic acid, tocopheronolactone, and your carboxy ethylhydrochromate or CEHC. For the treatment, vitamin E may be used to treat Alzheimer's disease, dysmenorrhea, alcoholic fatty liver, and tardive dyskinesia. And vitamin E is used as an antioxidant. So it has been, in addition, it has been studied that your vitamin E can be used to prevent cardiovascular diseases, but evidence against any benefit continues to accumulate. So indeed, some studies show that vitamin E supplementation may actually increase stroke risk or also cause mortality. For the hypervitaminosis of our vitamin E, your vitamin E, pag over yung pag-take natin, is may result to hepatotoxicity. Next, vitamin. We have vitamin A. Your vitamin K, para hindi makalimutan, letter K is for coagulation. Ginagamit siya for coagulation. So your vitamin K, meron siyang K1, meron siyang K2. Your K1 is also known as your phylloquinone, and your K2 is your farnequinone. Your minaquinone refers now to this group of substances. So under your minaquinone, you have your K1 and your K2. Phylloquinone can be found sa letter P, plants, while your minaquinone can be found in the intestinal bacteria flora. For the chemistry of our vitamin K, all vitamin K are derivatives of 2-methyl-1,4-naptoquinone. So your vitamin K contains your naptoquinone, meron din siyang 5-eel chain. Your minaquinone, sabi natin yung minaquinone nakikita sa intestinal bacteria flora. And your minaquinone are a series of compounds that have a larger or longer side chain with more unsaturation. Okay? Longer side chain with more unsaturation. So this side chain may be composed of 1 to 13 prenyl or isoprenyl units. So mas mahaba po pag sa minaquinone. Kaya pag sa phylloquinone, wala masyadong double bonds. Tapos sila yung kanyang prenyl. No? Pero sa ating minaquinone, mas mahaba siya dahil mas marami ang ating prenyl group. Kung mas marami ang ating prenyl group, siya ay unsaturated. Diba kasi sinabi unsaturated, meron siyang double bonds. Pag saturated, wala siyang double bonds. Okay, next. So some of the related compounds of our vitamin K, we have your vitamin K3 or your menadiol, and your vitamin K4 or your menadiol. Your menadiol is your 2-methyl-naphthalene 1,4-diol, or your menadione is your 2-methyl-1,4-naphthalene, which is a water-soluble compound. For treatment, your vitamin K can be used to promote synthesis of fatty toxins. It is also used in the prophylactic treatment of vitamin K deficiency bleeding of the newborn, previously known as hemorrhagic disease of the newborn. And vitamin K may also have some utility in preventing bone loss and as seen in osteoporosis. Your phytonadione or other vitamin K product should not be administered to patients receiving coumarin anticoagulants such as warfarin during routine therapy, as this can antagonize this effect. So again, your vitamin K should not be administered with coumarin such as warfarin kasi antagonistic po ito. Ang ginagawa po ng warfarin ay papanipisin niya po yung dugo. So blood thinning agent po ang ating warfarin. Pero ang ating vitamin K, blood clotting. So yung isa pinapanipis, ito naman pinaka-clot. So contradicting ang properties. So antagonistic yung kanilang effects. For the hypervitaminosis of our vitamin K, menadiol is an non-toxic type of vitamin K, while it's also with your phytonadione. While your menadione can produce now hemolytic anemia, especially for G6PD patients, hyperbilirubinemia, and kernicterus in newborn. So, to summarize, now your vitamin or your fat-soluble vitamins, your vitamin A is also known as retinol or beta-carotene. Function is for eyesight. Yeah? This will prevent night blindness, subtime, and keratinization of the skin. Your vitamin D is your calciferol for calcium balance, for bone formation, deficiency, ricket, osteomalacia, and osteoporosis. Your vitamin E, tocopherols, tocopherols, was also used as an antioxidant. Similar ang kanyang deficiency. This may cause serious neurologic dysfunction. Then vitamin K is coagulation. Vitamin is phylloquinone and your minaquinone. Phylloquinone sa plants, minaquinone sa intestinal bacterial flora. So deficiency of this vitamin can impair blood vacuum and can cause hemorrhagic disease. So now their table summarizing the fat-soluble vitamins. Yeah, it's a fat. So best source of our vitamin E, kasi antioxidant siya. Vegetable oils, whole grains, wheat germ, liver, dark green leafy vegetables, nuts, and legumes. Also for vitamin K, green leafy vegetables. So yung mga nag-take ng warfarin, kailangan sila pwedeng kumain ng green leafy vegetables. Kasi ang ating green leafy vegetables ay mayroong vitamin K. So again, antagonism po yung kanilang adverse reaction. For the water-soluble vitamins, we have your B complex and your vitamin C. So first one, we have your thiamine. Thiamine is also known as your anurine. It has an anti-uretic and anti-beriberi vitamin. So this is the structure of our thiamine. Again, the thiamine, ginagamit siya for berry, vitamin B1. Your vitamin B1 also acts as coenzyme in the carboxylation of your pyruvate, ketoglutarate, and keto acids from branch-chain amino acids. Therapeutic uses of our B1, again for berry. However, our berry meron siyang 4 types. We have your dry, wet, cerebral, and your infantile berry. For your dry berry is also known as peripheral neuritis. Pag sinabing peripheral neuritis, ang manifestation ng meron kang neurological damage. For the wet naman, also known as your cardiac manifestation, this can cause na cardiac damage such as heart failure and edema. Several form is the cerebral or your Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. And it is seen in alcoholics, no? Yung mga mainom. Nakikita po itong Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. And then lastly, we have your infantile, again, sa infants yan. Next, we have your B2. Your B2 is your riboflavin. It is also known as your vitamin G or your lactoflavin. No? It consists na of heterocyclic isohalosazine, this one, isohalosazine, attached to a sugar alcohol ring known as your ribitol. So meron siyang isohalosazine, meron siyang sugar ribitol. It's your riboflavin. So once activated, our riboflavin will form now your FMN and then subsequently your FAD. Therapeutic uses of our vitamin B2, ginagamit siya for riboflavinosis. This one in adults, seborrheic dermatitis, peripheral neuropathy, anemia, oropharyngeal changes including glossitis, stomatitis, and then chelosis. In children, there is cessation of growth sa bata. Next, we have your niacin. Your niacin is your vitamin B3. However, this is not strictly a vitamin. It is chemically pyridine 3 dicarboxylic acid. This is your pyridine ring, right? And then your carboxylic acid is attached to carbon number 3. It's carbon number 1, 2, and 3. Pyridine 3 carboxylic acid is your niacin. This is also known as your nicotinic acid, nicotinamide, niacinamide, and this is the most stable vitamin. It has an anti-hyperlipidemic property, and this is also known as your PP factor or pellagra preventive factor. So once our niacin is oxidized, this will form your NAD and your NADP. Pag na-reduce, NADH and NADPH. Therapeutic uses of or use of our niacin para sa pellagra. No? So for our pellagra, meron siyang 3Ds. Because remember the 3Ds of our pellagra. Firstly, we have your dermatitis. Second one, we have your diarrhea. Then the last one, we have your dementia. Currently, niacin doses of 2 to 4.5 gram per day are used in the treatment of hypercholesterolemia and hypertriglyceridemia. So yung mga patient na merong matataas ang kanilang cholesterol o yung kanilang triglycerides, pwede po siyang gamitin. Pwede pong gamitin ang ating vitamin B3 or niacin to control their cholesterol and triglycerides level. Another manifestation of pellagra, we have your Cassell's necklace. Ito po yun, Cassell's necklace. Yan, Cassell's necklace. Then we have also your dermatitis of para siyang gloves, para siyang stocking or socks. Okay, next. Your pantothenic acid is a D-alanine derivative of pantoic acid. When it is carboxylate functional group is attached through an amide linkage with beta-mercaptoethyl amine is known as your pantothene or also spelled as pantothene. So it is a D-alanine derivative of pantoic acid. D-alanine derivative of pantoic acid. When it is carboxylate functional, COOH group is attached through an amide linkage. This one. So COOH attached to an amide linkage with beta-mercaptoethylamine. It is also known as your pantothene or also spelled as your pantothene. Pwedeng PANTE or PANTO. Therapeutic uses of our B5. So for headache, fatigue, and sensation of weakness. Rare ang deficiency sa vitamin B5 because of widespread distribution of B5 in natural foods. Most symptoms are vague and they just mimic those of other B vitamin deficiencies. The active forms of B6 and metabolites are the following. Yeah. So your B6 or your pyridoxine is the major metabolite of B6 and it is excreted in the urine.
That's Francis. Nag-love shoutout. Ate Steve, pwede ka magbaba ng link mo dyan.
Ito yung active forms niya. Ito yung metabolite. Therapeutic uses or use of vitamin B6 or pyridoxine is in combination with isoniazid to treat peripheral neuritis. Kasi nga, ang adverse effect ng ating isoniazid ay peripheral neuritis. Now, to prevent peripheral neuritis, we need to combine our isoniazid with vitamin B6 kasi yung vitamin B6 is to prevent peripheral neuritis. So, physiological importance of pyridoxine is for amino acid metabolism, synthesis of ceramides, synthesis of neurotransmitters such as your epinephrine or epinephrine in your GABA. Also for histamine synthesis and porphyrins. It is also used for glycogenolysis or your phosphorylase. Please remember, or please meet your happy chemicals, your dopamine, endorphin, oxytocin, and your serotonin. Next, we have your vitamin B7 or your biotin or vitamin HA.
Pwede natin pag-graduate sa late.
This is the structure of your biotin. That is a tetrahydroimidazolone imidazolidone ring fused with a tetrahydrothiophene.
Sino ba gumagamit kayo? Ang account ko? Si Ate April ba o si Kuya Alvin?
Sorry.
Dikita ko na rin si ano.
Ayan, bibilab si ano si
Biotin is required for enzymatic activity of several important carboxylases. So ito yan.
Ay, thank you so much.
Yun, pyruvic carboxylase for citric acid cycle. Acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase for fatty acid synthesis. We also have your methylcrotonyl coenzyme A carboxylase for valine, leucine, and isoleucine degradation. So remember, diba? Mga amino acids yun. Yes. Your raw eggs contains now avidin, and this avidin prevents the absorption of biotin. So pag na-prevent niya yung pag-absorb ng biotin sa ating body, this will result to biotin deficiency, such as dermatitis, conjunctivitis, alopecia, CNS abnormalities, including now behavioral, developmental, and psychological effects. Next, we also have your folic acid. Your folic acid is also known as your vitamin B9, folate, folacin, or your PGA. PGA is your steroid glutamic acid. Your folic acid is composed of pyridine heterocyclic system, para-aminobenzoic acid, and your glutamate. Again, this is the structure of your folic acid. Your folic acid is composed of pyridine, para-aminobenzoic acid, and your glutamate. Therapeutic use of our folic acid is used for megaloblastic anemia. It is also essential for the biosynthesis of thiamine, amino acids, and purine. It is important for pregnancy to prevent neural tube defects. Next, we have your CYANOCOBALAMIN or your vitamin B12. This is also known as your anti-pernicious anemia vitamin or cobalamin. It is an extrinsic factor of calcium, and it is also known as your erythrocyte maturation factor. So some of the biologically active forms of cobalamin are the following: cyanocobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, methylcobalamin, and your adenosylcobalamin. So some forms of our vitamin B12, we have your cobalamin, cyanocobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, methylcobalamin, and 5-deoxyadenosylcobalamin. So your cobalamin, wala siyang cyanide. Cyanocobalamin, kaya nga saya, kasi meron siyang cyanide. Hydroxycobalamin, kasi meron siyang hydroxyl group. Methylcobalamin, meron siyang methyl group, and it is a major form in the plasma. And 5-deoxyadenosylcobalamin, this one readily binds to plasma binding proteins. So your vitamin B12 consists of choline ring system. This is your choline ring system. Your 5,6-dimethylbenzimidazole riboside. You also have your aminopropanolol, propionic acids, and your cobalt occupies the center of the choline ring system. And kaya nga siya cobalamin. Cobalamin kasi meron tayong metal na cobalt sa center of the choline ring system. So, sorry, this is your choline ring system. This is your choline ring system. At the center of your choline ring system, we have your cobalamin. This is your 5,6-methylbenzimidazole riboside. Therapeutic use of our vitamin B12 for pernicious anemia. functions for the synthesis of methionine. Diba, ang methionine is your start codon, right? Okay, next we have your ascorbic acid. So your ascorbic acid is your vitamin C. It is also known as your anti-ascorbutic vitamin. It is the least stable vitamin because it is sensitive to oxidation. Kaya nga yung mga ascorbic acid tablets natin, nasa amber-colored bottle yan, or kung nasa blister packs naman yan, yung kanyang pakete, hindi siya transparent, di ba? Color brown siya. Para hindi makapasok yung sunlight dun sa ating tablet. Kasi pag nakapasok yun, this may cause oxidation of our vitamin. Kaya pag na-oxidize yung ating vitamin C, ano mangyayari sa color ng ating vitamin C? Magiging brown. No? From white or yellow, magiging brown siya kasi na-oxidize na siya. Na-expose siya sa sunlight. Now, our vegetables, meron din siyang vitamin C. Once you dry your vegetable, naglo-loss yung vitamin C dun sa ating vegetable. Kasi nga, di ba, pag dry yan, mayroong sunlight, ma-oxidize mo, wala yung vitamin C. Next, once you pasteurize your milk, this will also destroy your vitamin C. The acidic property or character of our ascorbic acid is because of the 2-enolic hydroxyl group. Kaya siya acidic. As compared to your sodium ascorbate, iisa lang po ang kanyang enolic hydroxyl. Yung isa naman ay sodium. Kaya siya non-acidic vitamin C. Your sodium ascorbate is the non-acidic vitamin C. Ito yung acidic vitamin C. Ito, sodium ascorbate, safe siya inumin kahit wala pang laman yung tiyan mo. As compared to ascorbic acid, kailangan mo na kumain bago mo to i-take para ma-prevent yung gastric irritation. Therapeutic uses of our vitamin C. No? So, for collagen formation, so maganda rin po yan para sa ating skin together with our vitamin E. Helps in wound healing, aids in iron absorption, adjunct to methemoglobinemia, and antioxidant. Sabi ko nga nung inorganic chemistry natin, ang ating iron ay kailangan kinocombine sa ating vitamin C para mas greater yung absorption ng ating iron sa ating body. However, since kahit na ito ay water-soluble, yung vitamin E, meron din siyang adverse effect, no? Kasi acidic siya. So, pag sobrang dami or sobra yung doses na ininom mo, at acidic yung ating vitamin, this can cause gastric irritation. Aside from gastric irritation, this can also cause renal calculi because of the oxalate or urate result from enhancing the excretion of these compounds in the presence of high doses of vitamin C. Pwede rin mag-cause ng diarrhea ang vitamin C. So ito po yung summary ng ating B vitamins and your vitamin C. And thank you for listening.